Good morning everyone. I'm GVS Karthik, HR of Smart Infr-EST. I'm here to introduce our team behind the trust. Starting with our mentor, Engineer Surya Prakash sir. To begin with our mentor, Engineer Surya Prakash sir. Our trustees, Shekhar Reddy sir, Mr. C.A. Prasad, Mr. Mahendra Reddy, Mr. C. Rambabu, Mrs. C. Joshna, Mr. Dhamateja. Our directors, Mr. Mirza Abbas Ali, Mr. Ibrahim, Mr. Fazal. Followed by our national coordinators, Mr. Sai Krishna, National Coordinator for Smart Infr-EST, Ms. Surya for National Coordinator for Smart Leap, Ms. Niharika, National Coordinator for Smart Simulation, Mr. Yash, National Coordinator for Smart Handsome Apprenticeship Rostrum for Placement, Mr. Sri Charan, National Coordinator for Smart InQ, and our editor, Ms. Mandira, HR GVS Karthik, and coordinator for logistics, Mr. Sujat Ali Khan. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome to all the guests of honor today. I am very delighted to be part of this gathering today in this auspicious morning. It is auspicious because first time in Hyderabad, so many engineers, so many entrepreneurs, so many startup people, first generation startup people have agreed to gather together to discuss the issues that our fraternity is facing and to evolve a strategy to improve the respect for our fraternity and delivery models of our fraternity in our civil engineering and infrastructure industry. It has been my toil or struggle to have a platform where we can improve our deserving respect for the fraternity of infrastructure industry. So the result is this Smart Infrastructure Engineering Services Trust. I first of all thank our directors, students who are behind this happening actually. Mirza Abbas Ali, who has sown the seed of this actually. When I met him, I got this idea that I should do this, and supported by Fazal and Ibrahim, and then they have formed this team of coordinators, national coordinators, again all students, because they are the future of our fraternity. And I thought if they are inspired, they can inspire us easily, and we work for them. So Smart Infr-EST is a Smart Infrastructure Engineering Services Trust. I'll briefly introduce about this, but before that, it is our custom to remember our forefathers who have done services to this fraternity, and first of all, being Mokshagundam Visvesvaraka. We even celebrate Engineers Day on his birth anniversary, and every September 15th of every year. And he is the man to be emulated actually for every engineer who has crossed beyond every border of state and every border of engineering also. He is an industrialist, he is a banker, he was a minister, he was everything from civil engineering. And more than everything, he is Bharat Ratna forever. And only Bharat Ratna from our fraternity. And then Padma Bhushan K.L. Rao, whose birth anniversary was celebrated yesterday. And he is also a man to be remembered because he has grown beyond engineering. He has gone to serve the nation. And the engineer Sridharan, a living legend who has brought huge respect to our fraternity again, is also fondly known as Metro Man. And even today, at the age of 82, he keeps working for the benefit of our society. and Ram Krishna, who joined as assistant engineer in L&T and made it a giant. We have seen with our eyes how L&T has transformed in the last 2.5 decades. How much leaps and bounds it has grown, and how much respect the company commands, and he is the man behind that. So these are the people I always remember whenever I talk about our civil engineers. And we Indian engineers, on whom everybody says we are not capable, we can't deliver, we have delivered so many projects, and most of us here are part of these things even. And the irrigation projects, the highways, the elevators, grade separated highways, the metro, and the tunnel, underground tunnels. I know all the people who have worked on these projects, how they have delivered this kind of quality projects. And the power projects, the renewable energy projects, and water distribution, irrigation, industry, and this Bandra's Worli Sea Link. What a humongous project which we ourselves have done, designed, built by our own engineers. And the residential projects, high-rise in Bombay, and even going higher and higher. And the large residential complexes, and even the airports, all the infrastructure. So this is the inspiration which we have to draw from the projects which we have done. And can we do better than this? Can we match the so-called international standards? And civil engineering is the oldest profession in which we are part of it. And as long as civilization is there, our engineering will be there. And we can take pride in making all this. And basically, we do the constructed facilities and the infrastructure and utilities which is required for basic living of any human being. And it is a profession, and we have challenges too. The first challenge I see from the academia is the problem now today starts with what is the best ranked engineer joining civil engineering today. And now the admissions are opening, and we know what is going. I was just checking what is the best rank that joins civil engineering. It is 800, I was told. 800th rank is the person who joins civil engineering in either JNTU or Osmania University. Why not below 100? When we were studying, we had, I have my friends whose rank was 30th in JEE and joined IIT Bombay Civil Engineering. And I have a friend here whose rank was 30th in MSET and joined civil engineering in JNTU Kakinada. But today the scene has changed. The people talk about only computers. And the reason we all know, because people think that they can't get better employment, they think that there is no better opportunity. So we have to change this perception of the people. The purpose of this gathering today is that exactly. So the training from institutions, the private organizations and organizational training, this is what is lacking in our system, which can improve the quality of engineers and thereby quality of delivery of projects and thereby respect in the society. And the scope of profession is undisputed. All of us agree that there is a huge scope for civil engineers if in the agenda we have written that if we employ 10 engineer months of every crore spent, which works out to about 8% of the project cost, whether it is on the owner side, whether it is on the project management side, whether it is on the construction side. Total man months required is 8 to 10 man months for every crore spent. If we really, and what I see today is 4 engineer months only spent. And there are many projects with the 0 man months also being implemented. And there I call them as non-engineered projects. And the competition, the ethics, these are all the challenges we are facing, and interdisciplinary problems like coordination between different disciplines of electrical engineering or HVAC, public health engineering, acoustics, all these disciplines. And another is statutory recognition of engineers. This is another challenge we have. And the only statute bodies by which an engineer is defined in our country is AICTE, National Building Code, and the Institution of Engineers, which is a dispute again, and local bodies. Local bodies register engineers. This is the only places where the word engineer is seen in a statute. This is the challenge we are facing. But we see other professions, every profession is recognized by Act of Parliament. This is another challenge we have. And it's a vicious circle actually. We don't have good quality of engineers. So we don't get good quality of professionals. And so the good clients won't come to us. And quality and durable facilities and happy end users we don't get. And then there is no value for engineers. And then bad fee and bad margins in the project and bad engineers. So it's a vicious circle which we have to break and change it, get the quality engineers into the system. This is what is our challenge actually. If we get good quality engineers, we have good quality professionals and good clients and delivery models, and finally happy end users and better value to the engineers. We have to command better value. Today, a startup, a fresh graduate is paid maybe a 50,000 rupees per month in a normal average IT companies, and IIM fellow, management fellow is offered even 1.5 lakhs to 2 lakhs per month in the beginning. Whereas an engineer is only paid maybe 20,000, 25,000. Can you check the connection? Yeah. So these are the challenges basically we are facing, and ultimately we all agree that the economic growth, everybody talks about economic growth, which is only to provide finally better lifestyle and better living needs and better constructed facilities, that is infrastructure and all. If economic growth is about better constructed facilities, and why don't we value these people who are behind these constructed facilities? We only complain about bad facilities. And the disciplines are so many in civil engineering. The hydrology, the irrigation, public health, environment, and power, whether it is the generation, transmission, distribution, or communication, and the disciplines continue like structures, housing, roads, railways, airports, ports and harbors, bridges, surveying, and heavy mining, medium engineering industry, and the small process industries. And the disciplines we have is construction planning and management, materials, products, equipment, tourism and entertainment, which is growing, and materials, and academics, research, design, planning, tendering, estimation, construction technology and management, supervision, quality control and assurance, technical audits, soil geotechnical investigation, topographic survey, consulting, IT applications, valuation, entrepreneurship, contracting, project management, builders and developers, and government departments. So many opportunities are there. And today we have all the disciplines represented here. That is how we have chosen all the people who are here. And the challenges we have in our industry is the integrity, we have the quality of professionals, we have the problem of leadership, which is not taught in our curriculum, and the problem of economy, the cost consciousness, and managerial abilities, public trust. This is the big. Yeah. So these are the challenges basically we are facing, and ultimately we all agree that the economic growth, everybody talks about economic growth, which is only to provide finally better lifestyle and better living needs and better constructed facilities, that is infrastructure and all. If economic growth is about the better constructed facilities, and why don't we value these people who are behind these constructed facilities? We only complain about bad facilities. And the disciplines are so many in civil engineering. The hydrology, the irrigation, public health, environment, and power, whether it is the generation, transmission, distribution, or communication, and the disciplines continue like structures, housing, roads, railways, airports, ports and harbors, bridges, surveying, and heavy mining, medium engineering industry, and the small process industries. And the disciplines we have is construction planning and management, materials, products, equipment, tourism and entertainment, which is growing, and materials, and academics, research, design, planning, tendering, estimation, construction technology and management, supervision, quality control and assurance, technical audits, soil geotechnical investigation, topographic survey, consulting, IT applications, valuation, entrepreneurship, contracting, project management, builders and developers, and government departments. So many opportunities are there. And today we have all the disciplines represented here. That is how we have chosen all the people who are here. And the challenges we have in our industry is the integrity. We have the quality of professionals. We have the problem of leadership, which is not taught in our curriculum. And the problem of economy, the cost consciousness, and managerial abilities, public trust. If we can build public trust, we can command value. And deliverability of the projects. If anybody wants a project to be delivered in time, people only think of L&T or Shapoorji. Why not 100 companies? Why not 100 consulting engineers? And IQ levels, this is another challenge, because the quality of intake. And the systems and processes, this is another challenge we have. Every company has their own systems and processes, and there is no uniform. And professional ethics, that is not competing with each other with the unhealthy competition. Finally, the healthy industry. We have to make the industry healthy. These are the challenges. So today we are gathering here. I just opened up all the issues that our fraternity is facing. The floor will be open once we introduce what all to face these things, what we are proposing to do. And then I request the gathering. We have all major academic institutions represented here, and all major industry companies represented here. Like I welcome CREDAI, former National President Shekhar Reddy Garu, and present State President Ram Reddy Garu from CREDAI. And we have companies like Kirby, Pennar, CEOs here, Kirby CEO D. Rajgar and Pennar CEO P. Rao, and our trustees Ram Babu and Josna. And from academia, we have IIT Hyderabad represented by Dean Civil Engineering KVL Subramanian Professor, and Professor Pradeep Ramancharla of IIIT Hyderabad. And we have from CBIT HOD and Vasavi HOD and Professor Jagannath Rao of Dean of Civil Engineering and AS. Like that, it runs the list. And from the RV Associates consulting side, we have Murthy, Director of RV Associates. And from industry, we have Ultratech represented by Narsim Rao. Like that, and we have Srinivas from Computer Associates and Prasad Rao from SS Infrastructure Development Consultant. We have a battery of people, and so with these people, we want to take this engineering services trust forward. So what we are thinking to offer is the first and foremost career guidance to engineers. Simulation. We conduct these simulation sessions in the colleges to guide the students how to plan their career in civil engineering. And then we also conduct a fest in colleges and cities where we connect students across the colleges, and we connect the ideas, encourage the new ideas from the students, and we fellowship, that is a continuous interaction among the civil engineers. It is not only the students, we want to connect with the industry and the academia. And LEAP is a leadership in engineering and advancements and practices. It's a finishing school of 70 hours of 30 years expertise. We conduct the lectures for the students, and even from the industry, people can participate who want to do the quality improvement program for the engineers. And HARP is an internship and projects assistance and placement facility. This is also one program conducted by Smart Infr-EST. And Incube is an incubation of startups and funding of the startups in civil engineering. For example, I am a startup from Hyderabad, and all the industry people I know here are all startups, first generation entrepreneurs. And we have startups like Ramki is a startup from Hyderabad, which is about 6,000 crores group turnover, and Nagarjuna Constructions is a startup from Hyderabad, which is a 10,000 crore company. IT companies talk about the startup and growing big. We have so many, like Manjira Constructions, Saket Engineers. We have so many builders and developers who have crossed 100 crores, 200 crores turnover. Janapriya is a startup by himself, Ravindra Reddy garu. And art builders, like that, infra companies. Kirby is the first of its kind company in our country, first PEB company, and Ponnada is another startup from Ponnada. I know for last 3-4 decades how they have grown in the technology front. So we don't talk about it, we don't tell public about our, and the precast. We have Preka represented by Anil Kumar here, which is the first precast company in Hyderabad, which is a startup again, which is growing leaps and bounds. 60% year on year. IT companies talk about 30% year on year growth. So incubation of startups, and we are all first generation engineers without proper guidance, still we could grow. And why don't we encourage the youngsters doing startups in our field so that they can be much better off. And finally the barriers. Barriers is a program kind of public audit and awareness program that is from the students to generate the opportunities for engineers and to make engineers perfect actually. So the simulation, we expect colleges to sign MOUs with Smart Infr-EST, and colleges can host this fest, and LEAP is the industry providing experts, and the students get the training from those experts. That is what we said, 70 hours of 30 years expertise. And the industry sign MOUs for HARP, that is internships. In both industry and academia get benefited out of this internships, and colleges nominate students, and we facilitate connecting the right people in the right industry. And finally, industry can incubate and be an angel for startups, and various, all of us can raise our brand by making our services perfect. So this is about Smart Infr-EST, and we'll continue the program from